Guys, I just want to take a moment to revel in the comments that aged like, well, I can't really say it on YouTube, but we'll just say aged like milk. You remember when everybody, just like a week or two ago, was saying 4 out of the 5 top states for murder rates are ruby red, but Trump will never send the military to those states. Well, it's not the states that are the problem, it's the cities, right? Washington, D.C. wasn't a state. He was talking about sending the military to Chicago. The vast majority of Illinois around Chicago is red, but it's considered a blue state because of how populated Chicago is. There are a lot of farmers out around there. And yet, they wanted to pretend like that. So we were telling them, hey, it's not about blue states or red states. It's about blue cities through and through. Even blue states, like Colorado. Do you think the majority of Colorado is all blue? No. There's Colorado Springs, there's Denver, and, a few other cities in there that are actually quite famous. I just can't think of them. That are blue. And they make up the majority of the state, even though everyone else living out in the countryside is red. So it's not really about that. But at the end of the day, where is Trump going next?
A person is 4 times more likely to be murdered in Memphis, Tennessee today than in Mexico City. It's been, and you know Mexico City.
Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, the red state? Huh. Red states have the highest crime rates. Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, all led by Republican governors. Where's the military to keep the streets safe? This was never about safety or security. It's about intimidating the opposition with a power grab. Is it now? You willing to walk that back? So, wanna apologize? They won't, Trump's pragmatism will save you. I don't care about that. Where's the military? Oh, never mind. It's a red state, and Trump's only after the blue ones because they didn't vote for him. Apologize. I mean, it's just crazy, right? Trump will never be the leader needed in a time of crisis. He only knows to blame. He had an opportunity to bring the nation together, failed again. Guess it's time to ask him, why don't you send the military into red states? Crazy, right? Here's the original one. I think Ron, is it this? Oh, no, this isn't it. Never mind. Was it him that originally said that, though? I feel like the Krasenstein said, Trump will never send the military into a red state. Now, I tried looking for it, and it looked like they deleted their comments. I'm pretty confident it was either Brian or Ed Krasenstein that said that. Meanwhile, another MAGA extreme right-winger went on a shooting spree when will Trump send the military and feds to Texas? Well, we very well may be sending them to, like, Austin or to Houston or any of those places. We could do that. We could send them into Dallas, too. I don't care. We could send them to my hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Shoot. I'd be happy if we sent the military into Oklahoma City as well. I don't care. I really don't. If he's going to get rid of all the gangsters, if he's going to get rid of all the people committing crimes, why would I care? I want crime to go down. It's not about the red states, blue states. It's not even necessarily about blue cities for me. If there are red cities out there that are overran with crime, send the troops. I don't care. That's the problem with the left, though. They're not for ending crime. They're for ending the right wing. That's their position. I don't want to end the left wing per se, though, in light of what happened to Charlie Kirk, now they do need to be ended. They do need to be taken apart. Most of them need to be arrested. And that's just a fact. Because at the end of the day, they are pushing so much violence and crime. I never cared what the state was, what the town was, what the cities were. I cared about bringing crime rate down. And gangsters need to be absolutely arrested. They need to be either, I would just say throw them in prison for the rest of their lives. That's probably the best solution, to be honest. But anyway, this person here. Let's be clear. Trump doesn't give a rat's A about crime. He is sending a signal of fear to cities that didn't vote for him. Note that he has never threatened sending the military to red states with much higher crime than D.C. Mayo, wrong. I mean, it's just hilarious, right? Don't attempt to guess anything on my behalf or assume you know what is going on. I'm not basically saying anything. I'm telling you what is happening at the moment. We're taking a whopping 90 NG who will be in support. What is this? Okay. I don't know what this dude's talking about. Never mind. I thought he was going to make a point. At the end of the day, though, let's see what Trump is doing. Full in his own words.
It is not a cakewalk. It's been overrun with carjackings, robberies, shootings, and killings. There were 249 murders, 429 rapes, 5,616 burglaries, and 12,522 violent assaults in just the last little while in 2024 and in pieces of 2025, where it's actually gotten worse until recently when we sent the FBI down to see what the hell is going on. Last month, a vicious thug carjacked an elderly woman parked at the movie theater, dragged her out of the car, and body slammed her into the pavement, where she is still trying to recover. Probably won't be successful. So we're not going to allow this kind of savagery to destroy our society anymore. We're stopping it.
There you go. So, what does the left have to complain about now? Let's read some of the comments and just see, you know. We have a judge problem too. Yep. Did any leftists at all comment on this? I really want to know. List the number of murders in Memphis seen from 1990 to 2025. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. 4 missing years? Whoa. Why is there 4 missing years? That's a little weird, isn't it? Huh. Odd. So what was the point of this? Now list Republican mayor since 1990. Who cares? Who cares? Trump is sending him in. It doesn't matter, does it? I'll go ahead and I don't even know if Memphis is a red city or a blue city. I don't. But I'm going to find out. Is red or blue? Let's just see. It's predominantly a blue city with strong Democratic support. I would have fully admitted it was a Republican city. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I want that city to be cleaned up. Put them in every red city too. I don't care. This is the problem with the left. They see it as their team versus our team. That's not how the real world works. And that's why Charlie Kirk isn't here today. Because the left is so psychotic that they cannot see what is actually going on. Mexico City got Memphis beat by far, but we get it. Send them in Trump. I mean, yes, of course, Mexico City is worse. Okay. But the amount of murders going on there isn't quite as bad, but they also don't quite have the population, I don't think. I don't think Mexico City, is Mexico City, it's pretty highly populated. Pretty highly populated, right? They have 22 million. Isn't it one of the most populated areas in the world? City has a population of, oh, wait a minute. As of 2025, the population of Mexico City is estimated to be approximately 22 million, 23 million technically. The city proper, though, has a population of about 9 million. Okay, so people living all around it and stuff. Okay. And so definitely, that I think New York has 14 million, right? Let's see. It is, yeah, it's even less than the proper city. So, yeah, Mexico City is the most populated. Obviously, it's going to be worse in Mexico City. You have a much higher chance, really, of getting caught up in something just due to the amount of crime that's there. But percentage-wise, it's going to be lower due to, yet again, the population. Big population. Let's say 10% of that population gets affected. Technically, if you were to just translate 10% over to Memphis, technically it's less people, but with a smaller population, you would notice that 10% much, much more than in a bigger city. However, being in that big city, depending on where you walk through, especially accidentally, you're going to get caught up in some serious, serious stuff. So it's really hard to say, per se, which one is actually worse. I mean, technically speaking, Mexico City is going to be worse. First of all, there is only one gun store in the entire country of Mexico. One. And most people are not allowed to own weapons at all in Mexico. You can't defend yourself. They're much poorer. They're going to get away with crimes more. Their police are a lot more inept in Mexico. They just don't have the resources. So, of course, it's going to be worse there, you know? But, let's see. So, oh, good Lord. Yeah, actually, Mexico City's just worse in pure numbers. But again, you're looking at 22 million people versus, let's see, population of Memphis. 600,000 people. So let's say you do 10% of 600,000. Let's say they both have the exact same rate. 10,000 or 10% is going to be 60,000 people that are dying. 61,000 roughly. 61,000. No, 61,000 people. You know, if it were that. It's not 10%, obviously. Just follow my math. If it were, you'd see 61,000 people dying a year out of 600,000 people. 610,000 people, right? In Mexico City, with it being 22 million, you would notice, of course, as it shows in this guy's numbers that he's showing here, it would be 200,000 people a year. So, of course, you'll see these higher numbers. The whole point is per capita. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Okay? That's unfortunately what this guy doesn't understand either. So you could do the numbers, the raw numbers, and be like, yeah, see, Mexico City's worse. But then if you do the percentage, and then you see that Mexico City has a lower percentage of deaths than Memphis because of, again, population, you could actually say Memphis is worse. So I understand that. Meanwhile, another MAGA extreme right-winger went, okay, that's just all that stuff. So let's back out of this. Fact check true. The per capita homicide rate in Tennessee is 9.5. Oh my God, it's actually close to 10%. Whoa. I didn't think about that. Mexico City drug cartel capital is 8.3%. That 8.3%, of course, is going to have a much higher number of deaths. Again, population. 8.3% of 22 million is a bigger number than 9.5% of 600,000. Okay, at 9.5%, you're looking at 60,000. At Mexico, at the cartels there, the 22 million population, you're looking at roughly 200,000 with 8.3%. Makes sense, right? It is literally quadruple the number of the people in Memphis per year, but percentage-wise, it's lower. Anyway, so Trump comparing Memphis to Mexico City like he's reading random stat off a napkin. Maybe fix the problems you created instead of playing What do you think he's doing, first of all? Second of all, how did he cause the problems of gang violence that's been going on for the past 20 years there? What is wrong with the left? How can they be so stupid? I don't understand. Well, you caused this, Trump. He was president for 4 years. This has been going on since I was a child. What are they smoking? Literally, I was born in 92 and this issue was going on in 1990. It's been like 30 years. It's been going on since before I was born. How is this Trump's fault? I just don't get the left. I don't understand their psychotic mental breaks. Every one of these people just needs to absolutely be in an insane asylum. They're not safe around other people. This guy says, I grew up in Memphis. Thank you, Mr. President. I had a thing shown where a guy was saying that his restaurant would be open for free for any of Trump's soldiers coming in, any of the task force people coming in. It would absolutely be free meals for them. What a deal. And what a smart move. That man's going to make sure that them police officers are around his store 24/7, pretty much. Preventing crime happening near his place, which I imagine he has to deal with often. But anyway, guys, all this to say, Colorado's next. This is Representative Jeff Crank, and he's working with Representative Lauren Boebert. 1 second. Been holding that cough back forever. They are saying, we write to you, dear Governor Polis, Governor of Colorado. We write to you today requesting that your administration take immediate action to work with the state legislature to address public safety in our communities and make much-needed reforms to the criminal justice system in the state of Colorado. It was heartbreaking and frustrating this week to see our home state once again draw national scrutiny for failed soft-on-crime policies that prioritize the well-being of criminals over ordinary Coloradans. On September 8th, the Weld County Sheriff's Office issued a press release warning the general public of the imminent release of potential danger to the community due to recently enacted reforms to the state competency laws. While your public reaction of shock and outrage certainly echoed the concerns of countless Coloradans, we could not help but respond with bewilderment, as it was your signature of HB 24-1034 that allowed this policy to put our communities at risk. The embarrassing episode is regrettably no longer unique for our citizens. Over the past year, our state has unfortunately become the poster child for the havoc that soft-on-crime policies have caused. Whether it is the takeover of apartments by Tren de Aragua, now a designated foreign terrorist organization, or the failure to prosecute convicted I can't say that on YouTube, holy crap, convicted offenders, I don't know his last name there, Galligan? Is it Galligan? Oh, Galligan, okay. Solomon Galligan, I could barely read this. This is tiny. This is larger on your screen than it is mine. Just saying. You guys can read this better than me. I'm surprised with how well I'm reading. My voice is almost gone, and I butcher everything I read on this freaking channel. Can you all believe that? And I went through all of this without hardly any mistakes. Sometimes some days just work. For kidnapping a child in broad daylight, Colorado has time and time again drawn here I go. Okay. Nationwide ire for its public safety failures. Sorry, guys. Laughing sucks. It's not just anecdotes to cherry-pick stories. The raw data from past several years continue to hammer home the need for a robust and common-sense approach to drive down crime. In a recent annual report, Colorado was ranked as the second most dangerous state in the entire nation. Our state capital of Denver was ranked as the top 10 cities with the highest crime rate, beating out even Washington. That's pretty crazy, you know. Oh my good lord. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that right now, guys. I'm not feeling good. I'm getting over the sickness. Everything's running out of me all at once. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be gross or anything. Freaking razor throat variant of COVID is what this is being called. Anyway, long story short here, guys. Trump's probably going to be sending the military there next. That's what I'm guessing with this call. They're giving Colorado their warning, saying you better get on this before we do. So, they're saying federal politicians can't do anything about it. Let's be real. What do you think Trump's doing with the military? These people are really silly. Really genuinely silly. But anyway, guys, they said he won't do anything. He's a Marxist. They want the crime. Oh, I see. They're trashing the governor, right? But why would she say federal? You know, he's too busy painting rainbow, goofy dancing to street music. And yeah, exactly. That's what that guy is doing. He is a piece of garbage. This person said, oh, that's cute. Wish you cared about Space Command half as much as this, Jeff. Who cares? Who actually cares? The crime rates going down is probably the most important thing in the country, next to bringing jobs back into this country. Then we can worry about a space force and stuff like that. I just don't have the energy to worry about, like, getting a new military branch, for the most part. We just need to shrink our government down, bring this economy back, and absolutely get rid of crime. Anyway, guys, tell me what you all think down in the comment section below. Click the Discord in my comments or in my description. Join there. You'll get notified of every single video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later.